This is what happens when ANTEC and Noctua join forces and create something outstanding in the premium segment, giving us a case and fans all together in one package. Now, I'm quite curious, would you actually go with this standard Noctua color? Leave a comment below, because I'm really curious. Some people really actually fancy it and some don't. So would you go with this, or would you prefer, for instance, Chromax Black? I mean, that would be just like a standard case. Enough with small talk. This is ANTEC FLUX PRO Noctua Edition, which comes with 6 fans, 4 140 and 2 120. These are all G2 fans, NF-A14x25 G2 and NF-A12x25 G2. Now, the cool thing is, and this is, I was quite surprised, I do have to admit. Now, what happened here, when I was unboxing the case, you don't get any fans pre-installed, so they give you an option to do whatever you want inside this case, because you can either use standard screws to place the fans on front, on the rear and at the bottom, or you can use the NF-A12 anti-vibration mounts, which basically you don't need any screws. It's almost toolless. And when you take into consideration this case, which this side is toolless, the tempered glass is toolless for removal, top side, front side and rear side, and then you have fans that you can just use those anti-vibration mounts, you don't need a screwdriver to actually disassemble the whole case and place the fans inside, which is outstanding, I do have to admit. Now, taking everything into consideration, we're having 3 at the front, which would be a brilliant setup, placing 3 at the front, 140, 1 at the rear, and 2 on the power supply shroud, and giving enough intake for the GPU and for the air cooler if you decide to go with one. Now, of course, this one right here is the NH-D15 G2, and of course on top I placed the additional NF-A14x25 G2 just to create additional exhaust from the heatsink of the NH-D15 G2. Why? Well, basically these two places are here crucial for the exhaust. If you add 2 more on the top, you'll actually be sucking the air from the front, and you won't be getting enough cool air from the front towards the CPU tower cooler. Now let's dive into the segment where we go into visual aspect first. So what you get here is a brown side panel, brown top panel, standard wooden design on the front, which is outstanding, I do have to admit. Easy removal on the front panel with the perforated mesh steel. Same thing here on the side and on the top, and the perforated steel is at the bottom part on the back side panel, which gives multiple intake for these 2 fans that are on the power supply shroud. The only dust filter that you have is the bottom part for the, basically for these fans and for the power supply, giving you, well, easy cleanliness, because when you take this into consideration, see, it's easy as that, and placing it back is also really straightforward. So there's no problem with that. You can easily clean that side. The back side, as I said, everything is on pegs, or just click to remove or click to place back. That's it. And one more thing that I forgot, the brown color goes through the power supply shroud cover, which in the accessory box you get 2 of those. You actually get 2 accessory boxes. One is with fans and the NF-A12 anti-vibration mounts and the screws, and the other one is with the covers. If you desire not to go with the fans on the power supply shroud, you get additional mounting here for the power supply if you don't go with the I-shift, which ANTEC FLUX PRO is, well, basically, I think that was their first case that they went with the side mounting of the power supply. Easier cable management, much more cleaner. And since I'm mentioning the cable management, take a look at the back. This is outstanding, really easy to manage. All the cables coming from all the places. Now, since I'm mentioning the cables, this is something that I do have to say. This case comes acquired with the NF-H1 fan hub. And as per usual, you would get either everything pre-connected, but since the fans aren't pre-connected because they're not inside the case, they're inside the accessory box, you have to pre-connect them. You have to connect them additionally, but that's not the issue whatsoever. The good thing about this is that you get the NAEC1 extension cable, which is pre-installed. So what you have to do only is decide how you're going to mount the fans. Is there going to be anti-vibration mounts, or they're going to be screws? Regardless of that, you already have all the extension cables connected to the hub, so you simply just plug the plug and play the fans to those extension cables. That's it. The cable management right out of the box, this case, is brilliant. Going with USB connections, going with the hub, already pre-routed cables, everything is really done nicely inside this case. And I'm actually quite shocked because, let's be honest, I haven't seen a case lately that has everything pre-calculated. And this is it. This is pre-calculated. Cable length are just enough to be able to connect the fans. That is outstanding. When you take a look at the back, you have a possibility to mount two 2.5-inch SSDs behind the motherboard, and you can mount two more in the power supply shroud compartment. If you don't desire to go with two 2.5-inch SSD in that caddy, you can remove the top bracket and place two 3.5-inch hard drives in that caddy, well, one inside and one at the top, and two additional 3.5-inch hard drives on the side. Additional to that, you can add two 2.5-inch SSDs there as well. And right above, you can find that fan hub, which is nicely located, magnetically attached, so it is easy movable and you don't have to think about anything. Now, the rubber grommets are also in brown color, so they go into that segment with Noctua beige and brown, so it fits perfectly into the whole chassis. What you get here is a 8 decibel quieter operation comparing to the original ANTEC FLUX PRO, and this with Noctua Edition, which is outstanding. Then we have the fan speed offset for optional acoustics, which both of the three front intake fans and the two fans on the power supply shroud are offset in speed for acoustic optimization. Now, something for the case which is quite interesting. The front bracket for the three 140mm fans can be adjusted. You have screws, basically three on each side, and you can adjust 5 positions. Well, you have to untie all the 6 screws to adjust that, but regardless, it gives you an option to put them in the highest position, which is, let's say, the first. The default one is the middle, the third one, and then you can lower it down to the 5th position, which gives you a possibility to adjust the airflow to your liking coming from the front. Also, something ANTEC kept from the original FLUX PRO is this digital screen, which you have a button at the top to adjust what you want to see, because it shows CPU temperature, it shows GPU temperature, or you could go individually, or you can just simply switch it off. You have to install the ANTEC iUnity or download it from their official website, and basically that's it. The only thing that you need to additionally do is connect the USB 2.0 from the screen directly to your motherboard at the bottom part of the motherboard, which then indicates and collects all the data necessary to show on the digital screen. One good thing is, comparing to other digital screens, this one doesn't flicker while recording the close-ups, as you can see. Now, when we go with detailed specifications, it supports STX, Mini ITX, Micro ATX, ATX, and eATX motherboard. The maximum CPU cooler height is up to 190mm, and maximum power supply length without the hard drive cage is 470mm. But I wouldn't take that into consideration, as you have the length for the power supply in terms of those two fans at the top of the power supply shroud. Why? Because in that sense, what you get is, and this is what I would consider, going with I shift, so you're having the power supply located in this 90-degree orientation, which gives these fans a clean air intake from the side and from the front, which is great. Then we go with the GPU. Maximum GPU length is 455mm, and the fan configuration you already know. But the radiator configuration, front it can go up to 420, top can go up to 420, rear up to 140, bottom 240, and the power supply shroud cover 360. So in that sense, you can go up to 5 radiators, and that's unbelievable. Inside the box, what you get, and I do have to mention that, apart from the ANTEC FLUX PRO Noctua Edition, you have the NA-FH1 fan hub. You get 4 NAEC 30cm extension cable, 2 NEEC3 60cm extension cables, 2 NF-A14x25 G2 PWM PPA, and 2 of those PPB, 1 NF-A12x25 G2 PWM PPA, and 1 NF-A12x25 G2 PWM PPB, 36 NA-AV4 anti-vibration mounts, 36 NM-SFS1 fan screws, and 1 NPKC1 keychain. For the 360mm radiator at the top, thickness 27mm and fan thickness is 25mm, you go in the third position on the front mounting mechanism for the fans. If you go with 420mm radiator, then you do need to lower that front mount with fourth position, which then goes with the radiator and fan thickness up to 52mm. If you go with a 420mm radiator that is even thicker, so 45 plus 25, basically 70mm of thickness with the radiator and the fans, you have to lower the front bracket to the fifth position. And then finally, if you go with 420 again, but then you decide to go with 45mm of radiator thickness and 30mm of fan thickness, you still go with the fifth position. So this is just something a bit to give you an idea why they managed to, why did they do actually the front mounting so modular, I would say. But in that sense, apart from everything else that is toolless, including the fan mounting, this actually needs a screwdriver. But before we wrap it up, there's something missing, right? Benchmarks. We need to go to the benchmarks and check out how this performs, because we already had 7900 X3D with the NH-D15 G2. But in this sense, what we do have differently is these fans inside this case. And of course, we're going to check that out because you'll get the direct comparison. So the ANTEC FLUX PRO Noctua Edition with the NH-D15 G2 and all the fans inside against AMD Ryzen 9 7900 X3D. CPU went up to 88 degrees in AIDA64 Extreme Edition. Clock speed is 4900 MHz. GPU, this is quite interesting, 61 degrees, and that is quite solid, I do have to admit. Now, going into Cinebench, and this is where we'll see the most difference. 78.6 degrees on the CPU with 10 runs on average, which takes the first spot. Then we go with the clock speed, 4990 MHz clock speed, which isn't at the top spot, but you know, those clock speeds tend to vary quite a lot at the top level, so I wouldn't take that too much into consideration. But then we go with the first spot in Cinebench scores, 26,514. And as I said with the clock speed, I'm going to mention that with the CPU score in Cinebench, it tends to vary. It tends to vary when you take into consideration by 50 points. Let's put it this way. So you do get the advantage of the fans. You don't get a massive advantage, but you get a quiet cooling, you get lower thermals, you get better performance without a doubt. So taking everything into consideration, you get premium fans, you get ANTEC's premium chassis, because the Flux Pro is really an outstanding case, and I think I mentioned that without a doubt. The only thing that you have to take into consideration is the price, which is in Europe 399 euros, $399 in the US, and taking everything into consideration, well, basically it is on the higher level when we take the price range. But if you're looking for something that is quiet and performance and of course premium, because I don't see a single flaw on the chassis, the painting is done perfectly, there is no manufacturing flaws. And then we don't have to say anything about the fans, because we already know how the Noctua fans perform in general. The only thing I do have to say, and that is one thing, these fans that are on the power supply shroud, I know Noctua didn't do the reverse blades, and I know they won't do them until they find a perfect let's say balance between the performance and the reverse blades. As you know, reverse blades perform much well, I won't say drastically lower in terms of the airflow and air pressure and the similar stuff like that. But for the visual aspect, taking everything here into consideration, that would be much nicer. And of course, to cover the cables on the front fans, that would be just something, you know, for the visual aspect where I wanted to go. If you're curious about the cables, those are cable mod cables. You can grab them and configure them in their special configurator for the either extensions or full cables from your power supply. But I think they really fit nicely inside the chassis. The only thing that I'm sad about is that I don't have the Noctua graphic card to fit this whole team entirely, and that'll be all for today, guys. If you're into this kind of stuff, if you're into the beige brown color scheme from Noctua and you want the premium chassis from ANTEC, this is the way to go. So the link for the ANTEC FLUX PRO Noctua Edition is in the description below. You can check out more details if I might have missed or skipped something. But I think I went a bit too deep with this video, so yeah, that'll be all for today, guys. If you're new to the channel and you still haven't subscribed, more content is obviously coming, so don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, click the notification bell, and I'll see you shortly in a new one. Thanks for sticking by. Bye bye.